It's a good goal. It's top goal. Top first touch. Amazing goal.
Close your eyes, and you'll still know that that's a Scandinavian talking. But what exactly gives it away? Can you name one thing? The Norwegian accent. Sound by sound with Erling Haaland as our guinea pig. Context. Haaland grew up in Bryne.
Bryne.
Bryne?
No, Bryne.
Yeah, that. He grew up in that. A Norwegian farming town with a dialect so thick, even other Norwegians occasionally ask for subtitles. And now that mouth does interviews in Manchester every week. Let's see how that's going. Sound number one, his own name. We're starting here because you've been saying it wrong, and everyone has. It's not Haaland. Those two A's, it's not a long A. It's an entirely different letter. Double A is the old Norwegian way of writing this thing, and it sounds like O. It's Haaland. And the D is just not there. Listen to how he says it himself.
If you're in Norway, you can say Erling Haaland.
So Haaland, that's it. That's the name. And to be fair, he's fine with it. He said so himself. Haaland works. So it's not a correction, you just know the real one now. Sound number two, th. Here's the thing. Norwegians actually had the th sound. The Vikings said it constantly. Then at some point, Norway collectively decided it wasn't worth the effort and dropped it. So when a Norwegian mouth hits a th, it grabs the nearest thing on the shelf, which is t or d, which is how you get...
I'm sorry to let you know that you're under arrest for stealing my heart.
Oh, crap.
And the same thing here.
Yeah, a small town that I enjoyed a lot.
Quick disclaimer before anyone gets upset. His English is good, like properly good. Day to day, you barely notice any of this. Every clip in this video is like 3 seconds, pulled out of hours of interviews. That's the whole point, actually. The accent is not loud, it's quiet. You just have to know where to listen. So let's keep listening.
You know, the long shot. But yeah, there's a few.
Hear that? Shot. But native English speakers are lazy with final consonants. They either swallow them or half say them. Norwegians pronounce the whole word, like every letter to the end. Listen again.
Does Erling Haaland ever watch his own highlights?
No, normally not. If it's a great goal, yeah. I'll watch it again a few times, but...
Sound number four, z. Norwegian technically has the letter Z, but it only shows up in foreign words, and even there it's pronounced as s. Pizza, pizza. Zoo, su. The buzzing sound doesn't exist in the language. But listen closely to this one because he's about to do both in a single sentence.
A few days ago was 5 years ago since the Dortmund PSG match, so I watched that a few times.
Was, no buzz. 2 seconds later, years, buzzed. Same sound and same sentence. And that's actually how accents work. It's not all the time. It comes and goes.
I'm gonna also stretch a little bit my quads and my groins.
Okay, this next sound is the deepest cut in the video and it's my favorite. Norwegian has vowels English simply doesn't have. The famous one is You make it by saying and then rounding your lips as if you're about to whistle. Try it with me. That's it. Now, because Norwegian mouths have this vowel installed, it sometimes leaks into English where it has no business being.
It was perfect ball and a good finish.
That's a vowel from a different language wearing an English word.
Well, let's first check. It looks really empty here.
And here's the thing about first. That's not English first with an accent on it. First is literally the Norwegian word for first. The two words are so close that his mouth just picks the home version. Yeah, and remember that move because it comes back later. And listen to the same clip again because he does two Norwegian things in one breath. First and then...
Well, let's first check. It looks really empty here, which is good. Games, I need to do the stretching. I don't have to, but I know my body. I know that I should do it.
Check. Stretching. Norwegian basically has one sound for the whole ch, sh, zh neighborhood, and the sound is sh. English has 3 different ones, so they collapse into sh. Check becomes check, stretching becomes stretching, and occasion
was incredible. Just the occasion, celebration, the energy.
Occasion, celebration, beautiful. Remember when I said milk would come up? Well, milk has come up.
Meat in one hand, milk in the other. I'm super happy. I expected only milk, and we went out with a lot of steak, milk and honey. So
here's what's happening. The English word is milk. The Norwegian word, and I swear this is true, milk. Almost the same word. Almost. The English short I sits high in the mouth. The Norwegian version drops it down to an I. So when he reaches for milk, his mouth just goes home. Milk. Same move as first. When the English word and the Norwegian word are this close, the Norwegian one wins. And honestly, the man has scored 100 goals running on milk, so whatever he's saying is working.
It's a good goal. It's a top goal. Top first touch. Amazing goal. And here we go. The best goal I think I've ever scored in my life. Joao gets the ball. I think it was 1-1. Like last minutes. It's incredible.
It's time. Goal in English is secretly two vowels smuggled into one word. Go-ul. A diphthong. Your mouth moves during the vowel. Norwegian long vowels do not do that. They pick one position and commit. The single most important word in this man's profession comes out as one pure unmoving vowel. Goal. Related, English is ruthless with unstressed vowels. Native speakers crush them all into the same lazy sound, penalty. Norwegian doesn't crush anything. Every vowel gets its full value as written, which gives us
good penalty, good celebration, same penalty.
Penalty. Now, it's not extreme. He's mostly on target with this one, and if you're not listening for it, you'll let it pass. But that middle vowel is just a little too present. A native speaker would flatten it into and his doesn't fully flatten. Sound number, honestly, I've lost count, like 10 or whatever. Now listen closely. This one isn't Norwegian, it's regional.
In Bryne, I was thinking, Bryne is home for me, yes.
It's a guttural R. Back of the throat, basically French. And this one's regional. You only hear it along the coast, from Bergen in the west down to Kristiansand in the south. And right in the middle of that strip, Rogaland, where Bryne is. So that R is not a Norwegian thing, it's a Southwest Norway thing. Different part of the country, different R. Everything so far has been individual sounds, but the thing that really gives the Norwegian away is not any one sound, it's the melody. Norwegian is a pitch language. Words literally have tunes, like Japanese for example. And when Norwegians speak English, the tune comes with them. Listen to the music, not the words.
In football, you never know. You never know what's going to happen in your life. You never know what's going to happen the day after, tomorrow.
Up, down, up, down. Every sentence is kind of gently bouncing. And then there's the rhythm. English speeds up and slows down, but Norwegian just goes.
Brazil is a football nation, which is almost maybe the first football nation you kind of get to know because of all the legendary players that played there. Just the jersey, the country, the passion. Even 2014 with Neymar and, you know, with all them big players they had and they have, it's just like, it's a bit unrealistic to play against them. No matter where you go, you kind of see a Brazil shirt. And yeah, that's why I have so much respect for Brazil as a country, but especially as a football nation.
Da 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 da. Even. Norwegian likes to cut sentences into small chunks. A few words, a tiny pause, and a few more words. And each chunk has its own little melody. Usually it's subtle enough that you never really clock it, but then there's this clip.
Besiktas home, top header. Lovely header, good ball from Nico. Good cross. I remember I came back from injury here, so it's a really good feeling to score this header. Even though we didn't get through this stage, this was a corner as well.
And now the weird part. There's one sound that's basically the Norwegian accent stereotype. The y. Yes, do it. It's my jobb. Like, ask anyone to do a Norwegian impression and it's the first thing they reach for. So obviously Haaland does it constantly, right? I went looking, interview after interview, and I've got nothing. Not one just. The most stereotypical Norwegian sound in existence, and this extremely Norwegian man just doesn't do it. One last clip, and this one goes the other direction. This whole video has been Norwegian leaking into his English, but listen to him say goodbye to his teammates.
See you, Claire. See you, brothers. See you, March. Calv. See you, brother.
Brother. A Norwegian mouth would give you brother. So T's and D's, like I said before. That V, it did not come from Bryne. So the leak goes both ways. Give it 5 more years in Manchester and this whole video will need a sequel.